Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'll show you how I made $57 in just under 40 minutes, which, you know, on the one hand is just about a tank of gas after taxes, but it's also part of a strategy of mine to learn how to day trade, to recognize the pattern so that it's not just gambling, and then also to scale it. And so I talk about this at the very end of this video where I say, look, the reason I'm putting so much time into learning how to day trade is because once you have a process and once you're patient with that process, the only thing you need to do is up your share size, up the quantity that you order. So today I think I traded 400 shares and made $57. However, if I wanted to double that, once I feel good with the process, all I'd have to do is trade 800 shares. Or if I wanted to triple that, I'd trade 1,200 shares or trade longer. Because another thing that I talk about in this video is how I'm sharing an office with my wife, which is, you know, it is what it is. We're in quarantine right now, and so she's working from home, I'm working from home. We got 2 small kids. We're trying to manage this whole thing, and so I'm not able right now to be at a desk dedicated to trading because of time, because of space. So $57 in a little bit of time, you know, this morning, 40 minutes, and then being able to hang out with my wife and kids. That's a good day. That's a good day for me. So let's get to the video. Hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that stuff so you can stay with me for this journey. As yes, this month I'm focused on day trading. Next month I'm going to be focused on something else, and continuing just to get comfortable being online, because it's a strange thing to publish yourself out there to the world. So with that, anyway, let's get to the video. All right, hey guys, we're in the middle of a trade here. Oh, this bar closed, this candle closed, good. So I was setting this up, the trade developed. I don't know if I'm gonna take it yet because just wasn't ready with the whole setup here. It's been a few days since I've been trading. That's because my wife and I are sharing this office now because she's working from home now, and so I'm working from home, and this is kind of the only sanctuary we have. I know I'm blurry today in the face. I think it's because the Funko Pop figures here get the face detection, which is weird, but anyway, so we're looking at this trade setup. I wanted to trade this breakdown of this candle, this triangle pattern. I wanted to trade that once it broke out, but I've been a little impatient with that as of recently, and so what I've been doing is I've been trading before this candle has closed, and sometimes it's been a false breakout. So this candle, when it breaks through a triangle, this is the 5-minute chart. When it breaks through the triangle, sometimes it's been bouncing back into the triangle, and that's where I've been losing some money. So instead, I wanted to be disciplined today. I wanted to wait and see when it would break through and then trade here. Now this was right when I was setting up the camera and, you know, the office here for this video, so I missed it. That's okay. There's always an opportunity in the market. There'll be more opportunities in the market. This will probably come back up and retest this support line anyway. And when it does, on the 1-minute chart, you can see there's a convergence of the moving average, exponential moving average, and the this support zone here, which now becomes resistance. And so I'll probably trade the bounce down off of this zone, because you can see it's had trouble breaking through once, twice, did break through with this big candle, lost momentum, came back down. So that's where I'm gonna look to enter this trade, and we'll just see what happens. If I lose this, if it just keeps going, then, you know, because my wife is working from home, she has use of this office in about an hour, and so I'm not gonna stick around too long today. I'm up 51 bucks, and that's great. That's a tank of gas, we'll say. Maybe not after taxes, but it's fine to have a green day. I made one trade today. It was right here. I traded this move higher. Once it crossed over the exponential moving average, once it tagged up, once I saw it bounce again off of that moving average and what was the support at that time, that's when I traded and made this move higher, and traded here when it crossed over the VWAP, which is this purple line here, and then I got out pretty darn quick. So 300 shares traded, one trade. That was my trade of the day. Let's see what happens now when this comes back up. I want it to come a little bit higher and maybe even cross over and then come back down. So that's what we're looking at right now. very often as well, when you break out of a triangle, you see a retest of that line. So just like when you were to cross over support and what previously was support, it then becomes resistance. 267.87. The same sort of thing happens when you cross over some of these support lines here, or these trend lines here. Now that this is crossed back over, you might see it come back up and test it. If not, I'm going to be ready for a move lower at 276.81 potentially. But I generally like to see more. I'm going to lower my shares here. I generally like to see something like that. A little bit more of a steep decline here would be nice. Nice to trade. I don't like trading. Let's see what we get here. It tested the support, rejected, and if it continues to fall, might have some. Oh, I'm in the trade. My sound is off. Well, let's see what happens here. I'm going to put my 277.18. So I'm going to put my stop right at the support, and we'll just see it right after the support, rather. And we'll just see it. You know, if this has enough momentum to punch through, it has enough momentum to punch through. If not, trail lower and hopefully get out of it with more of a gain. So we'll just kind of wait and watch and see what happens here. Again, minimizing the losses on the day by keeping a tight stop. So not liking this chart right now. This one isn't great either. But what I would have liked to see is another red candle here, which we can still get because this is the 5-minute candle. So we can still get there. We just have to see some sellers show up at this support line, or this resistance line rather. And that's what we'd be looking for. Let's zoom in here and just see what what's happening. All right, so it comes back up. And this is where we would see sellers show up. That's the goal, at least. So we've tested it 1, 2, 3 times. And this will tell us a lot about what this move will be. Is this going to be a downward move? And then we can draw another trend line from, we'll say, this high to there. All right, so we're moving down. I'm going to adjust my stop because this is either going to be a significant move down or it's not. And so I just want to, you know, we look for it to come down here 276.34. But I like to see it kind of push through. So if it's going to push through, it's going to really go. And if it's not, oh, wait, what's going on here? Something's funky there. Okay, so, you know, came down. We made $7 on it. That's great. It's a great trade. This is a key level here because we can see we fell down to it right there. Something like this. Come on. There we go. So that's kind of where we're at. Now if this pushes through this, we're gonna have a continued down on the bottom side of this, what is now a resistance downward trend. And if not, who knows? This is not as much downward momentum as we would like to see, as much as I would like to see. So we'll just see where it goes. If it breaks through this point, the next target would be somewhere around 275.78, and yeah, we could see a big move as it gets closer to this. Let's look for this move here if it goes south. Sorry for the out of focus in the camera. There. I don't know why it's having. I think it is those Funko Pop Art figures I have in the background there. So a good trade here. Again, the reason I haven't been posting these videos for a few days is because it has been difficult to get a hold of this room with my wife working out of this room, with myself working out of this room, and we also have a crib in this room as well, which our daughter takes naps in. So got a lot going on in this room. Maybe I'll give you guys a tour at some point, but right now we're just watching this breakdown. 276.23 would be. This would be. I'm gonna wait for it to tag up one more time. I'm gonna be patient today. Let's do this. There we go. Can we get some? There we go. Then it goes right back to focusing on that. Let's see. There we go. I'm trying to be patient today. Make sure I get one good trade or good trades, good setups. So yeah, this might continue down on this momentum, but it also might tag up, and then we might see it go south as well. And that's kind of that might be the plan. Put in an order here, but then again, as I'm talking through it, I want to make sure I'm watching the close of the 5 minute candle, because I've been taken to task a few times on that. This is going to be a nice break, I bet. 276 down to 275, so there's 75 cents there. You could scalp. As I received a text message here. I try to keep my phone off during trading, but see, so there it goes. So 276.30. So I'm going to try to get this on the way down. I'm going to layer my orders, my bids, 276.51, and then 276.39. Right there's fine. Okay, broke up. So there's going to be a big move up. That's going to be a big breakout here. I don't want any part of that. Cancel those orders. And trend broken. Trend broken. Good. I'm glad I didn't get in it to the downside just yet. This one's going to come back up and test here, and then I could definitely see it trailing off. And coming back down and testing. If the move is going to be downward move. When we look at the candles here, we do have a long-term. You can see it up here. This long-term, not long-term, long-term in a day of a day trader is not long, but this overnight trend line will say. Comes up. Okay, so we're at the VWAP. This is a good place. We broke through this resistance, so this is a nice size move here. Yeah, that's a decent trend line drawing. Good. So look at that move. Look at that move out of this triangle, right? You have the base here, and then you have your downtrend, and then tests again, goes all the way back up and through. And then who knows where it's going to go from here. This is where the pattern has to still develop. I don't think I'm going to stick around long enough to see it develop. And when I look at the 5-minute chart, you can see how horizontal this line is going now around this support resistance level here, right? It's gone below, it's come back up to test, rejected, come back up, poked through, come back down, successfully broke through, come back up, test, test. Now it's going through. Is it going to come back down? I don't know. No clear indications of this. In the larger scheme of things, I think this is going to be the S&P looks like a well, I'll show you. We'll just zoom out, and this is when you look at, oh yeah, this is the 4-hour chart here. So when we look at what's going on the a little bit you know, a different scale. So we back up, we came down off of our 339 high, right? Came back up, rebounded after 277, all the way down to 217, came back up. Now this is a head and shoulders pattern. If we, so this is our inverse head and shoulders, and that's one thing, but when we go out even farther, which I'm going to try to do right now, to the 3-year chart, what we see is, okay, you see you see the head, I'm sorry, the shoulder right here, head, formation of another shoulder somewhere in here. And so what you can do with this is draw some lines. So the first one would be there's the low, so I'm gonna go just like that. Head or shoulder down, it broke through, but it came back up, right? So it failed this, then it came. So this is our neckline, and then you have a shoulder, head, shoulder. And if that's true, if that's the case, then we might see this fall off. Now, if this is truly a head and shoulder pattern, what are we on the weekly chart? Okay, this is a weekly chart. So if this is a head and shoulder pattern, sorry for all these lines here that are throwing things off, you would see this volume trail off. So you'd see a higher volume in the head than in the shoulder. That's what we're looking for. How about on the other shoulder? It'd be the same thing. So let's say 1.57. Okay, usually you'd like to see higher volume on the shoulder than you would on the, so we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. So this might we might still be trying to figure out what this is. Cool. Well, anyway, that's the $76.95. Came back up to VWAP, and now we're back down. I bet we'll retest this level here. So the triangles I'm working with right now for my next move, if I'm gonna make one, would be here. Here we go. But it's so horizontal, it'd be very undisciplined of me to try to trade that. I don't like to trade those. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this is going to push through, because if it does, it's going to be a big move. The market's been up so much over the last few days that if there's going to be a sell-off today, which I'm kind of hoping for, but I don't like to project on the market. But if this crashes through here and crashes through here, that's a lot to do. But if it happens in the next few minutes, maybe I'll see what I can get from it, and if not, then I am done with this. So let's see if it'll break through here. Nope, bounced off. And this is the downside traded in the S&P 500 or the SPY right here, because I mean, look at all these changes of directions. I mean, that's ridiculous. There's not a lot of profit in there, right? The profit is in the move, and I'm not even in the market a lot, but the breakout here is the profit that you want. It's very hard to time this right, wait for confirmation, enter and exit, get your orders filled. This is going nowhere. So I am done with that for the day. This is a $57 day. $57. I know there's people out there making mucho dinero on these things. However, right, this is about pattern recognition. This is about trying to get the experience so that the only thing I need to change after I keep feeling comfortable with my strategies, after honing my strategies, the only thing I need to change is this quantity up here. If I just change the quantity from 200 to 400, if I trade 800 shares instead of 400 shares today, then, well, you just double the number, right? And so you can do that, you can scale this, and that's one of the attractive things about trading, is not just guessing, not just gambling, but if there's a strategy that you use, if you recognize patterns and you predict and you anticipate and you confirm and all those things, then you can scale it. And that's really what I'm looking for, is to, if I was just in this to make a quick buck, then this would be totally gambling and I'd just throw things together. Because I'm approaching it with a strategy, having patience with the process, and in this for the long haul, I'm in this for the long haul. So that's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make with trading, and with only making $57 a day and putting that out there like that's something awesome. Well, it is awesome, but that's what's so cool about day trading, is it's scalable. So with that, I will see you guys later. Have a great day today, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hopefully join me for the journey as I'm continuing to learn how to day trade, especially in this month of April 2020. And then I'm going to move on to the next passive income adventure that I'm going to layer on top of this adventure. So with that, have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next episode.